And since you mentioned it already, so I'm just going to go back to it. And we talked about our athletes that we have argued over. And one of them has once again found his way back into the news. And Baker Mayfield, being that guy, he was traded to Carolina for a conditional 5th-round pick. Now, I do not know the details of this condition, but I expect it is much like the conditional draft pick that the Colts sent to the Eagles when Carson Wentz was traded. Something along the lines of, if Baker takes X amount of snaps, it turns into a 4th-round pick. If he starts a playoff game, it turns into a 3rd-round pick, or yada yada. I'm sure those are the types of conditions that are in line with that. But essentially, the Panthers added, at the very least, some would say upgraded, their quarterback room for the low price of a 5th-round pick. Shawn, I don't even really know where to start with this one. Maybe we start with Carolina, because I know we're going to talk about that other guy that the Browns were supposed to have at quarterback. So maybe we save the Browns for second. But, so do you like this for Carolina?
That's a tough question, dude.
Not as much as you did a few years ago?
Definitely not. No, he's, I'll be honest, man, it's not even so much his play, but he just seems like a real shitbag of a dude. Like, it's hard to root for a dude who acts the way he acts, Like, some of the shit he says in his press conferences and just his overall attitude, he just seems like a cocky little shit. And to be fair, if I was playing with a dude like that, if Baker Mayfield and I were on the same high school JV ball team together, and he was acting the way he acts, like, I'd probably be fighting that dude. I'd be throwing hands with that kind of guy. He's not the dude I want in my locker room throwing me the ball. I guess it's not my kind of cat. I like a little bit of cockiness. I like some of the chip on the shoulder kind of stuff. But this dude, it's not even so much a chip on the shoulder. It's just like, I feel like he was still probably drinking his mama's breast milk when he was like 5 years old. He's like that kind of dude. Like, he probably took him a while to get weaned off the tip. You know what I'm saying? He just is a cocky little shit. I don't know what it is. So my opinions have definitely changed over time. I'm definitely not as big of a fan as I once was. And, like I said, I can admit when I was wrong. It took me a while. Didn't want to, but this dude was definitely has got himself in this situation. Now, to be fair, though, to be completely fair, I do think it is kind of shitty that, he did try to play last year hurt, and it backfired on him. And looking back, he probably should have just sat it the fuck out. Probably would have been in his better interest. But they let this dude play. He played like shit because he's hurt as a motherfucker, and then they still, and some of the stuff they said, the way they handled the whole situation, to be honest, the Browns browned the situation completely. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put it all on Baker Mayfield, but like I said, it's more of his character that I'd be concerned about if I was bringing him in to play for me. Like, I'm not going to say he's a bust as far as talent goes. Like, I think there's some talent there. I don't know if it's enough to be the guy like I once thought he could be. I thought he could definitely be like a Drew Brees-esque kind of dude, because he did have that chip. He was a little cocky, and the motherfucker, he was pretty accurate in college. You know what I'm saying? So I thought he could pull it off, but he has proved me to be ignorant of the matter, I guess. So I don't know, man. If I was Carolina, I don't feel like a 5th pick is the worst thing to be giving up. I mean, I guess it's worth a shot, but I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm optimistic of that's going to work out. I mean, you got him and Darnold, the two, since they've both been in the league, they've led the league in interceptions between the two of them. So, I mean, that's a little cool stat, bro, for you. So, I mean, you have that going on. You got the two dudes with most interceptions competing for your starting job. I don't know if I'd be chilling on. I don't know if I'd be stoked for that if I was working the front office of that team. I'll be like, yeah, let's go Aaron. Why do you throw some fucking picks in practice? I'm ready. Let's pump. Let's go.
Or if I were Robbie Anderson, as he has tweeted or posted on Instagram, I can't remember, that he might just retire. If you remember, he had some words when the Baker to Carolina rumors first surfaced. He was the guy who kept saying, no! And also was famous for screaming at Sam Darnold when Sam Darnold saw ghosts the second time around in that horrible game again against New England, where he was just throwing these trash picks and Robbie Anderson's following him up and down the sideline screaming at him. So yeah, the options aren't good in Carolina at the moment. I will say, for some of the same reasons that we mentioned with this Jalen Smith thing in the NBA, I guess I don't hate this for the Panthers simply because they don't really have any other options. Like I have seen all that I personally need to see from Sam Darnold. I don't know that there's any point in trying that experiment one more time. And maybe throwing Coral in this early on a team that's not really going to be that good, you know, that has not had a great history for quarterbacks. You know, some of the guys, some of those elite first round, first overall pick kind of guys can maybe get by with it. But I don't know if I were Carolina, why not have Baker go out there? You could run into a situation where we all learned that injury was much more of a factor than maybe we realized. I agree with what you said before. That is the biggest bummer for me for all of this is, you know, this guy plays hurt and it really kind of ruins things for him. And I do put that on the Browns. I put that a little bit on him, but here's the thing. Any athlete that has gotten to the point where they are a professional athlete, 9 times out of 10, I mean, even most non-professionals, like people who commit themselves to things like this, they're not going to let an injury get in the way. If they think they can play, they truly believe that them at 80% or them at 60% is better than the guy behind them. But when you're the Browns and you have Case Keenum, who led a Vikings team not only to the playoffs but to win a couple games, why are you not saying, Baker, sit down, heal up, we'll get you back in 6 weeks. Case Keenum can win us 3 to 4 of these games, and we'll be right there, and you'll be healthy. You'll help us make the playoff push. The Browns and Baker both, you know, obviously Baker's going to want to play. That's why you have team doctors. That's why you have a coach. You're supposed to be able to tell the guy, no, look, I know we want you out there, but we're better off having a guy who's healthy. This is why we brought Case here. Let him carry you for a month or two. You'll come back right as rain, and let's go win the division. No, they didn't do that. They had him play hurt. Things got progressively worse. He got progressively worse. And now this team went, and much in the line of what you said before, they said, we want an adult at quarterback. Made sense when they said it until they went and got Deshaun Watson as their adult at quarterback. Now Baker looks like a fucking saint. How do the optics look for Cleveland that on the day when Deshaun has to talk about his allegations, Baker Mayfield is running a charity in Cleveland on the same day? Who's the fucking adult now? So yeah, and I don't disagree with any of the criticism you had for him. I'm not saying that, but shit, I would take that over this Deshaun stuff. Give me the whiny. You know what? Baker's got a lot. You know who Baker reminds me of a lot? He's Aaron Rodgers without the arm strength. Aaron Rodgers is that same petty little whiny bastard. It's just that he's got the golden arm. You know, if Aaron Rodgers was 5'9" and had Chad Pennington's arm, we'd be saying all the same things about Aaron Rodgers that we say about Baker Mayfield. Some people still do say it. Here I am saying it at the moment, but
facts, bro.
But it never stopped him from being able to lead a team. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you ain't wrong about that. I mean, I'd much rather. I mean, to agree with you, I'd much rather have Baker than Deshaun at this point. Now, Deshaun's obviously the better talent. There's no denying that, but I don't want the fucking baggage that comes with Deshaun Watson. Dude, I don't want Mr. Diddles on my team. Like, I'm not trying to be dealing with this dude. who I have to worry is out here, showing his dick to massage therapists and shit. Like, I don't want that kind of stress in my life. If I'm running a team, I'm sure running an NFL organization is stressful enough. But when you have dudes on your team who you have to worry about sexually abusing people, that's just not something you need to add to your plate, bro. So, yes, as talented as the dude may be, he's obviously a scumbag. Wouldn't want him on my squad. So, yeah, I would keep Baker Mayfield's whiny ass over Deshaun Watson, too. But it's a little too late for that. So, Cleveland's going to have to obviously lie in the bed that they dug. So, they made the bed. They're going to have to lie in it. So, that's on them. I'm not a Browns fan, so I don't give a fuck.
Oh,
But,
no, this is, as a non-Browns fan, this is fantastic because now I no longer have to feel sorry for your organization because you did it to yourself. And might I also add, if we remove the names from this is what history will remember. The Cleveland Browns organization forced out the first quarterback to lead them to the playoffs in 30 years, and they did so in order to pay $230 million guaranteed to a sexual predator who may never take a single snap in a Browns uniform. If that is not the most Cleveland Browns thing of all time, then I will eat my shoes on live stream. Find me a more Browns thing, and I will saute up these feelas and eat them for you on Twitch.
Straight up, dude. Put a little sauce on them, bro.
Yeah. A little bit of that soy. So the Browns will be riding Jacoby Brissett, my man, to a 7-10 record this year.